Guys had a little bit of technical difficulties with my laptop. My Firefox download is not letting me pursue it at this time, so I had to do a video and send a link and post it towards YouTube so you guys can see it. So dealing with one of the first stages when Wilmshurst was talking about interventions far as with preferential seating and peer tutoring. I have experience in peer tutoring because it was not specifically in one of my students' modifications, but it was something that could be assisted to help my student. Also, I feel that peer tutoring it helps a lot because it's another way for students to get more involved, and it's another way for students to get help when you can't help them automatically. Sometimes you're doing so much. Also, I want to say preferential seating, that helps as well, because when you have a student sitting close by to you, they can stay alert, they can stay focused, and they can pay more attention to your lesson instead of when they're all the way in the back of the classroom or they're in the mix with other peers they can slowly lose focus. So sometimes those modifications and accommodations that are added to the specific IEPs or whatever helps a student. In my experience, I feel that it helped as well. When it came to informal or formal assessments, I try to do 2 or 3 different ones. Either it's visual, something paper and pencil, or something that is just oral. I try to do different ones that I feel like that may help them. Also, sometimes I modify the work based off of their record. I might have, instead of having 50 questions, I might have 15 or 20 good questions that are gonna break down their knowledge. Still getting everything that mostly everybody else is getting, but you're just picking a few to all put together so that they can assess their knowledge. So those are some things that I do now that I have experience with. One thing that I feel like that may be helpful, maybe next year when I'm teaching, possibly more peer tutoring, more exposure far as with differential assessments and seating and any other modification that possibly would help them move further. Some of my first questions when I did have IEPs or whatever, I didn't know some things wasn't specific far as my classroom, and as far as read aloud, far as specific notes or PowerPoints, I wanted to know more, but it's so many things and so many laws or so many restrictions that you can't ask. It kind of gets a little iffy unless you go specifically to the council, so you have to watch very closely at what you're saying, what you ask the student, or what you may address. Everything is supposed to be confidential and in good standing. So those are kind of my experiences, and I'm still learning in that area. Those are things I probably would want to know, some of the things I would want to work on. Okay.